What is up, you beautiful, beautiful gamers, and to be welcome back to Role-Playing Games. The new Batman entry of the series just dropped by today during the DC fandom, and oh boy did it got amazing news for the Dark Knight lovers. But before we get into that of the video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you like the content, click that like button, and let me know down in the comments below what you think so far about the game, alright? So yeah, with that out of the way, let's get into the matter, right? The game had been in the leak store for quite a while now, since 2019 to be precise, when Twitter user Savvy gave some potential leaks that seemed to be actually quite correct. Tweets where it was also stated that such an announcement could come with the Game Awards of the 2019, or possibly the next year, 2020 from then if you follow the timeline. Since then, we have had rumors about the next entry of the Batman universe being ambiented in a plot where the main antagonist would be the Court of Owls, as well as the huge importance that the Batman family characters would have, where we would be able to use them. And well, the leaks were pretty much correct. This CGI trailer and the gameplay trailer confirms these things to us, but what we know so far is that Batman has died, and that is why the main protagonists of the game will be Batgirl, Robin, Red Hood and Nightwing, along with a cinematic trailer we surprisingly got as well, like I mentioned before, a gameplay one, from where we can actually dig out a whole lot of things. From a gameplay perspective, we have the obvious and the previously stated. We'll be able to play as one of the 4 different heroes, and the main storyline will have a strong focus on the Court of Owls. In the first gameplay walkthrough, we have a mission where the main characters are chasing down Mr. Freeze. We also see that the main characters have specific traits, assets and gameplay additions. Batgirl kinda resembling classic Batman playstyle from previous entries. The game can be done in single player completely, but it has the welcome addition of having co-op multiplayer, and this is really interesting. This is really interesting because there's a whole lot of gameplay opportunities to be had in this game. We see a part of the mission where stealth is available, and it could be really interesting to be able to mix and match different character skills during co-op gameplay. And also we have some more details about the characters. It seems like the game main narrative will be in the main storyline of the Warner Brothers games. And for the playable characters, we have first Batgirl, who she's also known as Barbara Gordon. She's a determined fighter. She's the daughter of the deceased Gotham Commissioner, Jim Gordon. She's helped Batman as Oracle in the past. Now she's prepared and she's out of recovery. She will be stepping into her new role, wielding a melee tonfa, which we see in the trailer. Her main style will be like this capoeira and jujutsu. Also, we have Dick Grayson, which is Nightwing, the first Robin. He's a natural leader and the eldest and wisest member of the Batman family. Nightwing mastery in acrobatics is complemented by his expertise, use of his signature dual street mastics, making him proficient at taking out enemies. Also, we have Red Hood, formerly known as Jason Todd. He is intense and violent anti-hero. We'll also have him in previous entries of the games before, and we've also had him as foe in the past, but now we see him as one of the 4 knights, and he will not hesitate to step into the line of fire when his friends are threatened. His gameplay style will be a little bit more of a jack of all trades, a little bit more of a versatile one, having proficiency in multiple combat techniques with all manner of weapons, both traditional and high-tech. Also, we have Robin as Tim Drake, the young prodigy and genius of the team, who is a master of deductive reasoning as true believer in the Batman mission. We've already have him as well, like the other heroes in previous entries of the game. But what about his gameplay? What can we expect about for him? He will be having this quarterstaff and his skill in stealth techniques, so which will be quite a valuable asset, like I mentioned, mixing and matching the separate skills of the heroes. These heroes descriptions that we have in the characteristics, traits and assets, weapons and gameplay style, they are reported by Business Wire, so you will I'll be leaving a link for you guys in the video description in case you want to give that a read as well. But yeah, that's it. That's pretty much the gameplay we can expect from the heroes. This is just a guess, but the character skills might actually have a huge importance in this game since we see RPG elements with characters and enemy levels that possibly hint this RPG-like character progression for building. We have skills purchased in previous entries, but they might as well just explode the whole potential of adding RPG elements to the entry. And talking about that, we've always been allowed to change Batman's outfits in the previous games, being this kind of approach to the genre. Will be interesting how they approach the customization. Important note to be had in here is that in regards of character customization, if we look back to Shadow of Mordor, the approach was pretty much the same as Batman's games. Outfits for Talion, and that's it. But in Shadow of War, we have a little bit more freedom for the character customization since the RPG elements tend to be more and more grounded with each Warner Brothers game entry that we have from the studio, from the developers. We'll have to wait and see if the game has some kind of loot system for it, and if there is, what kind of customization we'll be able to have for the characters. Something really important as well is that the game director commentary gave away something that otherwise has been pretty much a part of the Warner Brothers game's main formula, and that is the open world. In the gameplay walkthrough, we see that this main linear mission of the chase for Mr. Freeze, the game's director commentary did mention that the level's importance in this part of the game, which means that everyone can reach this point at a different level, pretty much confirming an open world with side activities that will allow us to level up our characters and be able to reach different specific parts of the game at different levels, different specific main stories, and so on and so forth. The game is set to be launched in 2021 in PC, PS5 and Xbox Series X. There hasn't been any word of Google Stadia, and it's highly unlikely that we will see it on the Nintendo Switch, although it is possible that we see it as well in the last gen of consoles, since we already have had statements from the companies that there will be still support for said consoles, and we are in a part of history of transition that they just cannot keep making games for the last consoles in order to focus themselves on the next ones. I do believe that we will have to wait a little while before developers actually start to concentrate themselves in making next-gen exclusive titles. And lately, with the next consoles releases just at the front of our doors, this discussion seems to be more frequent. And the truth is that from a standalone just graphical jumping game, there isn't much to be had. I mean, in personal opinion, next-gen consoles focus themselves on delivering more fluidity, resolution, HDR support, ray tracing, loading times, and while I do believe that there is quite an overhaul in lighting and polygons and textures, the more noticeable changes will be, at least in my opinion, in my point of view, is the small details that we can barely glimpse. That is a topic for another video. If you like the content, then do consider subscribing. I will be covering this game and pretty much RPG games and so on and so forth. I will be delivering news and I will be updating this game, so that you can have the news in the bare comfort of your TV, your cell phone, or wherever you're looking at this video. Yeah, with little merry old James. Consider subscribing if you want to stay tuned in this. Hit that like button, because why not? Why the hell not? If you didn't enjoy the video, well, the dislike button as well. And let me know down in the comments below what do you think so far about the game. And with that being said, I'll see you beautiful, beautiful gamers in the next one. Stay awesome.